brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, the Bucs swarm in, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And that play was made coming up the middle. That wasn't a punt block from the outside, Charles.
That means someone had their eyes in the wrong place, and that would be the personal protector. Look in the middle first before you scan to the side. Sometimes they get distracted and think the threat is coming off the edge. Up the middle is the one you have to care about the most because that's the quickest spot and the quickest way to the punter.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey Palmer, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. That's complete to Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. He'll get this to about the 38.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run it with Gibbs, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. They juked him. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, 65 yards. And the Buccaneers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Detroit getting set to go now. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 91 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Now Goff on 1st down. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Goff now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. There's the stiff arm, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go up the middle with White. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 149 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. White running to the left. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
White, he'll try the left side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Mayfield. This is caught. And he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Throwing, Mayfield. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Buccaneers get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense set to take over. off, and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. He's got it to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Goff.
Going underneath. Gibbs has it.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
A 23-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans.
And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
187 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Godwin.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Derek Barnes in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Goff.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Read option. This is Gibbs.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 9. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards on the ground.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mayfield down. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This pass down the field for Gibbs. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 76 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Bucs now. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Quick throw caught by Godwin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground with White. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. On third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Running out of the gun with White. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
First down, here's White. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd down and 6 now.
To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Touchdown! Chris Godwin from 21 yards away.
And the Bucs have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
52, Lions 34.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out now come the Lions.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Opting to run again here with White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go with White on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So it's a win for the Bucs here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, this was a game for the ages, wasn't it? 6 touchdown passes. He had this offense running to its absolute peak efficiency, and I tell you what, that's as good a game as you'll see at the quarterback position.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.